Hello, and now welcome everyone to a game between FoV versus Lynn taking place here on Northern Isle. Over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Lynn spawning as the blue night elf. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Lynn spawning as the red undead. This is a night elf versus undead matchup. Some viewers out there, or one particular viewer out there, you know who you are, said I missed a couple of good replays, and therefore I said, you know what, if someone vets them and you're not trying to boost your own replays, I'll go ahead and cast them. So here I am. Once again, thank you to the 3, 4, 5 additional people that subbed to me on Twitch. I am Crota SC on Twitch. If you do have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime for free. And if you can set up your account and remember to sub to me monthly, that just throws a little bit my way and definitely does help. Internet, well, for some reason it's taking me about 2 hours to upload a 30-minute video. So yeah, I've tried to upgrade my internet to as fast as I can, and while leaving my computer on and taking up a bandwidth back at home, well, it does eat into a little bit of my costs. So I do thank everyone out there that is currently subbed as we are now getting underway. First thing to note that this is a 5-4-4 creep camp, not a 5-3-3, so this Ancient of War is actually going to be taking a lot more damage. However, that 28 to 34 damage in the back here, Archer going to go ahead and fire off a shot. There's Bloodlust, and now you're going to see that Ancient of War taking a large amount of damage right here. Double Wisp being brought over to try and protect it. And as you see that Bloodlust, that Tuskar Trapper going to be dealing even more damage as well. Acolyte making its way over, dealing some damage to that Archer. Archer being forced to like step away every which way just a little bit. There's an ensnare on it now as the Keeper of the Grove is going to show up, summon some Acolytes, and now damage is going to be adding up towards that little, well, Acolyte right there. All right, trying to get away. However, one more final shot. Arrow from the Archer takes it down. Meanwhile, off on the other side of the map, the Death Knight has not yet reached play. Just now coming into play right here, picks up a Rod of Necromancy. Ghouls are going to be making its way out as we head out across the map. Ancient of War has taken a significant bit of damage. Keeper of the Grove picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing, gets to level 2. No surprise there, as this game is now well underway. In terms of strategy, Night Elf versus Undead. Archers are very powerful in the matchup now because of that Keeper of the Grove. I would say in games past, the Keeper of the Grove or the Archers would actually die to mass ghouls, but because there's the Force of Nature with Ents, in addition to the Entangles, you don't want to end up dancing with your opponent, especially if you don't know what item your opponent has. The Keeper of the Grove actually picked up a Wand of Mana Stealing, and that's one of the best items that you could actually hope for in this early engagement when you're stealing your opponent's mana while getting more mana for your own death, or not your own death coils, your own entangles. There is a Force of Nature joining in on the fight. There is another death coil right there. Death Knight doing a great job once more. Keeper of the Grove never stole any of that experience, and the Keeper of the Grove is now halfway to level 2. Meanwhile, the Death Knight a quarter of the way to, level 3, as the Death Knight now wanders around here. Death Knight with Unholy Aura going to be moving out and about very, very quickly. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Archers and these Forces of Nature are going to be making a move back down to the south here. All right, you're going to take a look. Force of Nature pulling away a bunch of aggro. Let's take a look. A little bit of an engagement. Flanking now coming in from the Force of Nature on the other side as the Keeper of the Grove gets a big entangle. Wand of Mana Stealing, just as I mentioned earlier. One Archer could get taken down. There it goes. As you can see, the swarm is just coming very, very quickly. Archer now in a little bit of trouble. Death Coil does not finish it off. One more shot should do it, as the Archer does get taken down. Meanwhile, an Entangle going after the Keeper of from the Keeper of the Grove there, dealing even more damage again. Dust of Appearance now trying to take down the Archers that are currently revealed. More Archers getting lost. However, the Creeps now aggroing and dealing damage back to these ghouls. Okay, difficult play right now as you're taking a look at the Death Knight. Tree of Life. Oh, what is this? Lightning Shield. Keeper of the Grove with a Lightning Shield on that Ent, dealing so much damage right there. The detonation actually removing the Lightning Shield as well as the Tree of Life comes to completion. back off to the north here. The ghoul about to fall. Units being forced to retreat. Another boulder onto the Death Knight. However, no slow was cast, and those units will all be able to fully retreat again. FoV sitting at 28 supply compared to 22. His opponent Lin, however, should be able to set up an expansion quickly. The Tree of Life already at 670 hit points. It lost a good amount of hit points, but it shouldn't have that big of a problem, as it is going to go ahead and wait, what is this? It's rooting itself here, and just because it rooted itself here, it somehow aggroed those units. That is a very, very long walking distance, and I believe FoV just getting a little bit of a lucky break there. Lin being forced to uproot. All he wanted to do was just start training some more wisps, perhaps get repaired, only to see a bunch of units making their way over to do more damage. Halls of the Dead, and now going into Black Citadel. No Slaughterhouse yet, no Lich as of yet. Perhaps we're going to be looking at a Naga Sea Witch? No Naga Sea Witch yet either, as it looks like we're just going to be going straight into that tier 3. Now, not that many Crypt Fiends are out onto the field. Oh, this could be bad as well. Just trying to walk past these units. The Mud Golems and Rock Ogre Warriors just seem to be extra sensitive right now, as they are, well, going to be retreating back. Goblin Alchemist now makes its way over. Is it going to aggro some of these units? Oh, this could be a potentially dangerous sign here. There you go. There is a boulder onto the Alchemist. Alchemist also slowed. Going to take a little bit of damage once more. Keeper of the Grove now going to try and engage, as you see the Tree of Life off back over here. All right, this engagement a little bit interesting, as well, you have to get past the creeps in order to engage your opponent's army. Meanwhile, Acid Bomb from the Alchemist dealing massive damage over time across multiple units. Death Knight wants to get more damage, finishes off another Ent right there, and is going to be forced to retreat again. Ghouls down, 50 hit points already, may continue to try and fight. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove now sitting at level 3. The forces of nature will be pushing their way through, taking down Rock Golems, as the Death Knight wants to steal to get a little bit of experience, but it looks like FoV does not really want to engage. He is in a bad spot right now. Meanwhile, the Alchemist already sitting at 670 hit points with 5 armor. That Ring of Protection plus 3, very effective on that level 1 Alchemist, getting in a little bit more armor, and, well, increasing the armor of a high hit point unit is, well, that's exactly what you want to see. Lich, Death Knight, Crypt Fiends, Ghouls now making their way back down across over here. Web Spinner, Arachnids gonna, well, not get cleared out, as the Moonwell and the Tree of Life is gonna be under some distress here. Death Knight now makes its way over. We could perhaps see, looking at a detonation, the Tree of Life taking a large amount of damage, even as the as the Entangled Gold Mine is gonna go ahead and get canceled. No repairs there either, as we're going to be looking at a big Frost Nova heading across all multiple units. Hippogriff Rider jumps onto the back, will end up staying alive for a little while. Only one Crypt Fiend out on the map, and those Hippogriff Riders are going to be difficult to take down. So far between this dance, just going back and forth, Death Knight, Lich, engaging once again. What is going to be happening? As you can take a look, Keeper of the Grove ventures forth, but now those units are backing up. Cyclone being used as well. Was that on the, yeah, Alchemist getting a Cyclone staff right there. Wand of the Wind able to pick up the unit. Lightning Shield now onto the Lich. Lich difficult to surround. Acid Bomb right there. Archer going to get taken down. You can take a look. Cyclone is there as well. Death Knight, is he going to try and go for a Death Coil? Wand of Mana Stealing, is it just out of range? Yes, it is. Actually, no, I don't believe it was out of range. It was actually just the amount of damage being dealt. No last-minute Death Coil to save it, as the Slaughterhouse now trains up some Obsidian statues. Level 1 Lich does not take very much to get resurrected. Meanwhile, Death Knight going up against the Ogre Warrior and Null Warden off at the 1 o'clock position here. This will get cleared out very quickly, and with the Obsidian statue, the Undead will have new life, so to speak, as he'll be able to go ahead and move on out and engage against those longer wars of attrition. The longer you can keep your units alive and dealing damage, the more things tend to snowball in WarCraft 3. And the first person to start losing units, they lose their damage output faster. And if you're able to keep your units alive longer, if your opponent isn't perhaps trying to focus fire a unit, or they're unable to really be able to focus fire down a unit, or you're able to use what Frost Nova, Death Coil to finish off the units, you can start to tip the battle in your favor as long as you maintain a good handle on all of your resources. Your hit points, your mana on heroes are also some sort of resource that you want to try and manage and maintain. Ogre Warrior going to get taken down here. Lich still down to the south here. That -5 or negative armor debuff coming in extremely handy as that Rock Golem gets taken down. Ring of Regeneration and Tome of Intelligence, both of those will be picked up by the Death Knight. Death Knight now up to 330 mana, as we're going to be looking at the Hippogriffs just, well, pecking down a bunch of what? Ice Troll High Priest. That inner fire plus that medium armor, able to save so much damage. Meanwhile, in the center portion of the match, over the map, the Lich getting up the Orb of Corruption, in addition to a potion of lesser invulnerability. This should be very, very powerful for the Undead, who has still yet to break low upkeep.
Our forces are under attack.
Back down to the south here. Death Knight now makes its way over. Death Knight does have, I believe, level 1 Unholy Aura. Does not have enough for level 2 yet. Gonna try and engage. His opponent does have, 40 gold a second advantage over him, as the ghouls are gonna be forced to retreat. All right, Hippogriffs now chasing after a couple of those destroyers, separating the army as best as you can. Death Coil onto the destroyer. Destroyer is now alive a little while longer. Meanwhile, the Hippogriff is just going to try and peck its way over. Goblin Alchemist is going to be getting into position as well. The destroyer now still backing away, and the units are just flying around in circles. There goes one obsidian statue. The destroyer trying to make its way back over. Easy damage across the board as the destroyer unable to, well, perhaps devour magic. Mana Flare or a damage from those fairy dragons now making their way over. The destroyer being forced to retreat back. Crypt Fiend about to get taken down. Crypt Fiend taking a lot of damage right there as it is about to fall. No Death Coil either, as the Hippogriff Riders are only dealing 16 to 18 damage, but have the big upside of having a large amount of hit points. Without Breath of Fire, though, or some way of doing AoE damage onto all of these Hippogriffs, the Hippogriffs, even though their overall damage output is relatively low, because they're able to stick around in a fight so well and be able to move in and out of combat, they've been able to trade pretty efficiently. All right, Death Knight now making its way back across over here. There is a Dark Ritual, Staff of Preservation, saving the Goblin Alchemist. Death Knight now continuing the fight once again as more and more damage being added in. Hippogriff down to 268 hit points. Is going to end up getting taken down. Destroyer able to eat some big magic right there as the units are now continuing this fight once again. Let's take a look back across over here. Alchemist pretty much back up to full hit points. May try to go for an Acid Bomb. Lich is nearby as well. Is going to be able to get off a big Frost Nova. There goes another Skeletal Minion as the units are now all pretty much retreating back. All right, that Obsidian Statue not sticking around. Oh, this is the actual other Goblin Alchemist. So we have a new Goblin Alchemist on the field, both from blue and from red right now. There's the level 3 Goblin Alchemist, Savvy Foul Mixer. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the other Goblin Alchemist, Niffy Gurgle Beaker. I almost said Breaker. Beaker. All right. Alchemist going to get finished off up here in just a moment. Ghouls perhaps should be retreating back. 41 supply compared to 59, as we're looking at the blue army coming across inside here ready to go. Crypt Fiend gonna end up suffering a large amount of damage. Alchemist now shows up to the party. Is he gonna be able to finish off anything? That is the big question. Frost Nova could have perhaps slowed things up just a bit, or quite a bit actually. As you're gonna take a look, there goes one of those units there. All right, more Hippogriffs could end up getting taken down. Scroll of Healing quickly being used. Orb of Corruption, not yet. I don't believe it is on that Death Knight. Death Knight needs a way to attack air. There goes another Crypt Fiend once more, as the Keeper of the Grove now going straight after the Obsidian Statue, going after the big unit that is keeping the other units alive. Often very important. Undead players generally have a very good sense of security with an Obsidian Statue nearby, as long as they're managing their resources well. All right, Death Knight now looking to back up against here. Alchemist now looking to back up. Hippogriff well, getting entangled. It looks like it will get taken down without much of an issue. There it goes. Alchemist now gets up to level 2, as we could see a big acid bomb going across all those units. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now on the Lich. Lich is going to try and go for a Death Coil, Frost Nova type of combination. No, Fairy Dragons are immune to magic, as you guys well know. But what ends up happening is that the Fairy Dragon ends up trying to Mana Flare in order to stay in the same spot after getting webbed down. And that is when the Crypt Fiends can really dish out a lot of damage. Alchemist is at 2. Keeper of the Grove is at 4, I believe. Well, Obsidian Statue now down to 168 hit points. Is going to be able to stay alive. It is trying to get away. Scroll of Town Portal on the Keeper of the Grove in order to get away, and will be able to do exactly that easily. 39 supplied compared to 54. 360 gold in the bank. Poor FoV. Alright. Back down over here. Fairy Dragons are here, ready to go. They're going to be holding in this location. We are taking a look. Moonwell under construction. And this Fairy Dragon Hippogriff army is a little bit of a head scratcher for me. I know that there are going to be destroyers in this upcoming battle, but if it was just a straight army of Crypt Fiends, I believe the Crypt Fiends might actually end up having it because of the amount of damage, the amount of separation you can do between these armies if a chase does ensue. And, well, the fact that there are currently 3 heroes out onto the field. Acid Bomb would do a tremendous job of slowing things down a little bit. There goes an Acid Bomb right there. You can see big Acid Bomb and how much damage was done. Fairy Dragon and all of these units can make their way over. Let's take a look. One Fairy Dragon going to get taken out, but at the cost of a Crypt Fiend. Another Crypt Fiend going to get Death Coiled and healed back up, as the Alchemists on both sides, well, where are they going? Trying to just fight their way through acid or a little bit of anti-air attack from that hero, as the hero now gets back again. All right, Crypt Fiend about to get taken down. There it goes. No healing spray right there. Alchemist is down to 41 supply. Needs to see a lot more healing. Fairy Dragons are just pushing their way through. There go. Well, nope, not quite yet. Looking for those destroyers. Or are we going to see? Yes, the Obsidian Statue is going to get destroyed. All right, that one down to 24 hit points. 25 somehow survives. Death Coil now saving right there. Fairy Dragon going to end up getting taken down to 15, down to 0 hit points as it finally gets taken down. Not quite sure why an Acolyte was being brought over, as the, well, Staff of Preservation saves the Goblin Alchemist again. Level 5 on the Keeper of the Grove. However, Keeper of the Grove doing some amazing hit and run tactics, as Lin able to easily contain his opponent with these hit and run tactics, while FoV, well, still has yet to find his footing. Back down over here. Blue Drake, Gold Mine, all here, ready to go.
Our forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, Crypt Fiend, Tomb of Relics, all down here, ready to go as well. Follow-up play. Alchemist, sitting at level 2, should be able to get to level 3. If the Lich and the Death Knight do back off, it looks as though the Death Knight is going to be able to get to level 5 before the Goblin Alchemist gets to... Wait, no. I take it back. Wow. 36 experience right there. Meanwhile, 12 experience right there in order to level up to the next level. Mass Fairy Dragons coming in once again. Is it going to be enough for FoV? Let's take a look back across over here. Drake is going to get taken down here in just a moment. That should give level 3 to the Alchemist. I believe the Death Knight already has just now getting up to level 5. Has a good amount of mana and also has Endurance Aura, Brilliance Aura in addition to Unholy Aura to, well, make a big impact. More mana on the units, the better it is. Death Knight trying to Death Coil up some units. Frost Nova every which way. The Fairy Dragons dealing massive damage as they are immune to magic. And, well, anytime you are going up against a hero caster such as the Lich, going magic immune units does tend to work. Alright, back down across here. Keeper of the Grove ready to go ahead and engage. Those Hippogriffs, yeah, all getting finished off here. Alchemist, Chemical Rage. He's not real, no, he is attacking someone, but he is not really doing that big of an effort right now. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Keeper of the Grove continuing to, well, fight its way through. We may see the death of a unit. No, we don't. Or is it actually right there? No, that is just a fairy dragon teleport animation, and he did teleport his way across the field. All right. 0, 0 upgrades on all of the Night Elf units. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Skeletal minions also 0, 0 upgrades. A little bit surprised by that, but at the same time, I guess I should not be. As we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove and the Alchemist now making its way back off to the north here. Goblin Merchant Shop. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit of shopping. The mining and the extra gold from this gold mine is start to pay off. Meanwhile, yeah, about, what is that, 6? 360, yeah, about 6 minutes left of mining here, 6 minutes here, 3 minutes off to the north. So what you see is what you're going to be getting for quite a bit of time as the fairy dragons roll on through. All right, are we going to see death of any of those units? Alchemist could end up getting taken down. Yes, Alchemist does get taken down right there. Not quite sure, lost of control perhaps, or the Keeper of the Grove was unable to save the unit. Meanwhile, Obsidian Statue shows up to the party. Where is it going? Now trying to retreat back. Death Coil onto the Keeper of the Grove, and Death Coils do not grow on trees. Well, they kind of do, but you cannot use them nearly as often as they are a rather expensive item. All right, Ghoul taking the brunt end of a Rune Blade and another Ghoul here. It looks as though he wants to try and train up to maximum supply as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, forces of nature have shown up to the party to cause problems, and you're going to see them right there. More and more units getting taken down. Back across over here, Alchemists being brought alongside the Obsidian Statue. We are now finally at, or we've been at Black Citadel. Destroyers have been out onto the field for quite some time. And really, Lin has been doing a good job putting pressure on FoV. Yeah, FoV has not been able to really play his game and get that, well, economical advantage and translate it into a population with superior units advantage just quite yet. All right, Keeper of the Grove, Mass Fairy Dragons, 1-0 upgrades, all here ready to go now. All right, those Force of Nature should be, well, making short work out of all of these Forest Troll Berserkers. Meanwhile, back in the center portion of the map next to the shop, Lich picks up, what is that, Claws of Attack +6 in order to bolster the Undead army.
Our forces are under attack.
Keeper of the Grove here ready to go. Mass Fairy Dragons once again on the move.
Our town is under attack.
As the Force of Nature does, well, Force of Nature gets taken down again there. All right, Fairy Dragons all here, ready to go. Want to put pressure. 49 supply compared to 61. Big supply advantage. But is it going to translate well? And that is the question. They're going to head over and try to strike damage inside this base right here, right now. Ghouls can get taken down in a pretty much matter of instance, since the amount of damage being dealt is rather high. All right, Entangled Gold Mine only had, 30 seconds of gold mining left. Really not that big of a loss, so to speak. Meanwhile, Destroyers are going to try and clean up the rest of these buildings down across here and, well, force his opponent onto one base.
Our forces are under attack.
All right. Night Elf over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Fairy Dragons and Hippogriffs all being brought together. Main army. Level 3 on the Assassin. Level 4 on the Lich. Keeper of the Grove should not be too far behind. Keeper of the Grove is already at level 5. As we're looking at the Death Knight, the Lich, and the Goblin Alchemist looking to perhaps put in a little bit of pressure down here at the south. Nope, just going to go ahead and dance back and forth. Tree of Ages already making its way back off to the north here. You see that the main gold mines have already been canceled. This one still had 10 seconds left. There it goes. It does come to an end. It starts auto-canceling in order to, well, replenish those coffers and give a little bit back. All right. WarCraft, this Tree of Ages has moved off to the 10 o'clock position. Meanwhile, back down to the south, Frost Nova onto a unit, catching them off guard as the Alchemist tries to get away. Alchemist down to 1,025 hit points. Crypt Fiends are actually taking a a large amount of damage. The Crypt Fiends, are they going to be able to burrow? That is a question right there, as the Alchemist now joins in on the fight. All right, Alkalites not across here. Mana Flare from those Fairy Dragons. Well, there goes another ghoul there. Dark Ritual being used up as well. As we're looking at the Death Knight and the Lich still making its way off to the north. Keeper of the Grove now heading back. There is the Death Coil Frost Nova. A big damage shot there, as the Death Knight and the Lich should be able to easily handle his opponent now. Crypt Fiends looking to back up. There goes another Crypt Fiend though. 40 supply compared to 63. I take it back. Right now, it looks like the Night Elf could still come out with a victory here just because of the sheer number of units. Fairy Dragons are incredibly powerful. They're pretty much immune to all of the hero nukes, in addition to all of the unit nukes as well. Alchemist playing a game of Ring Around the Rosie, running around the backside, trying to stay alive. Lightning Shield. I thought I saw a Lightning Shield. No Lightning Shield as of yet. Frost Nova onto some units. Death Knight now trying to stay alive here, as the Hippogriff could end up getting taken down. Yes, there it goes. Tree of Life is now fully entangled, but no one is mining it as of yet. This gold mine is, I'm pretty sure, out of gold as well, as the Alchemist and the Keeper of the Grove make their way back down.
Our forces are under attack.
The Death Knight going up against, well, the expansion down over here to the south, trying to shut it down. Acid Bomb across multiple units again. And even though that is a very large effective Acid Bomb, is it going to really work out? That is the question. Bonus damage wasn't really capitalized. That negative armor was simply not enough. Death Coil being brought back over, and now going to be, well, trying to do a little bit of that continual dance back and forth. Things are not looking good. Undead is in a great spot right now. You can take a look at this. Alchemist sitting at level 4. Gonna go ahead and just rush on through, get some big damage. Are we gonna see an Acid Bomb? Yeah, Acid Bomb onto the Alchemist. Alchemist could end up dying right here, right now. The Lich could end up doing some big damage. There's a Death Coil Frost Nova, and that is it. I believe that was the third 1-2 Undead punch to finish off a hero in this matchup. As well, the game should be drawing to a close here. All right, however, Alchemist now in a little bit of trouble, needs to back away. Losing a level 5 Lich is not acceptable at this point. If you're able to save the unit, go ahead and do exactly that. And that is what we see overall. Hero Fold doing a much better job, but Lin taking the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.